Good morning, everyone. Okay, I have asked for permission to do this, and I could have used the names, but I didn't write the names up, but I can use them. This is one of my friends bought this for me, and who's also a student, and it's a woman that had quintuplets, and she had these naturally, like she didn't have IVF or anything. So it just, as they say, it's amazing what the female body is capable of. And I thought me having three under 2.5 was a big deal and no help. But this beautiful woman, her name is Kim, and you can go onto the Facebook page. But what I want you to watch after this is the 60-minute thing that came up. Hi, Kat. The 60-minute thing where they went through with her, and you as a mum will feel her exhaustion throughout the whole thing, and you just think, I'm never going back there. Okay, so it was 5 against the odds they conceived because she had endometriosis. So no IVF, no nothing, and this is why it's called 5 by surprise or surprise by 5. And she's happy for me to do this. So for everybody, you ask me a lot of questions about your children. Your children, when they come along, will affect the whole family. And so this is beautiful because I have done octo-mumming class for my students with the 8. And then this is absolutely beautiful, okay? So this is how we're looking at it. I look at everything elementally, and you just can't beat that. So with this, mum is the wood element. So this is mum here. Okay. She already had a boy, and I do know his name, guys. Kurt. Kurt is yang fire on a horse, and then Indiana is also yang wood here, like mum. And you will see the connection they have in a minute. And Ava is yang earth. I'm sorry I don't have hubbies. I tried to find it, but I couldn't find his birth date or when you celebrated it, etc. If you would like to let me know, let me know. And so, hi, Julie. So with this is mum. This is mum with already these 3 guys, beautiful, beautiful kids. So she's the yang wood. So Kurt brings out her expression. He brings out Indy's expression, her talents and her skills. So the minute she had Kurt, it was like, I have to do more. There has to be more to life, and wanted to do more. When the minute she had Indy, it was yang wood on a dragon. So, sorry, Kurt was yang fire on a horse. This child is born with spirit. Spirit as in, not spirit as in spirit. He's born with spirit as in, he will see things, he will feel things. And it's up to the parents then whether they nourish that or not. Ava, same again. She sits on the gate of heaven. The gate of heaven is a dragon. That dragon brings her downloads. So she's the little girl that can see things, has the invisible friend at the same time that tells her things, and you go, yeah, okay. So she's yang wood. And then Ava here is yang earth. This is a mountain. This is a mountain sitting on spirit, okay? This is the Dalai Lama, okay? Because this is the mountain where everybody goes. Even Muhammad went to the mountain to get the download. So everyone comes to her for that spirit, okay? So these 3 kids, to mum, challenge and soulmate. So when Kurt came along, it was a big challenge because mum sits on the rat, which is actually also her nobleman. So the man she ends up with is going to be like sent from heaven, we call them noblemen. In Western, we call them spirit guides. So he's sent from heaven. So this rat with this horse and this horse, they clash. So Kurt challenged her. Then when Ava came, it was a little bit of a challenge as well. But with both of them, they brought out her expression. Then with Indy, Indy is exactly Yangwood like Mum, but what they sit on underneath, this rat and this dragon are soulmates. They're part of a combine, and the combine makes more water, so the support Mum will get from, I have to look back who that was, Indy, sorry. The support Mum will get from Indy later on in life, you will feel that. She'll be the one lending the hand, okay? It's kindness. So with Kurt, he needs a stage. He needs to show what he can do. He can be the actor that will rise. Indy is very, very kind as a element, as a person, and don't let people mistake that kindness for weakness. With Ava is that Yang Earth. It's the nurse, the doctor, the social worker, and then everyone comes. She will come home so exhausted, okay, that because every time someone has fallen down or hurt themselves, she comes along and picks them up. And then she comes home, but not just picks them up, she heals them at the same time. And then she comes home and she's exhausted just from being at school, okay? And that's what happens to children. So these guys, all three, brought out Mum's talents and skills and money, because the earth and the earth here is money. So Ava is born with a silver spoon. It's okay, for herself, for her mum as well. And Ava is, Indy's born with a silver spoon. Ava is the earth element for mum and her expression. So the earth element is money as well, and expression. Then let us throw into the mix beautiful 5 babies. Okay, 5 children. These 5 children, you actually have to watch. Sorry, you actually have to watch this, because there was a professor. She's an obstetrician. Her name was Jan Dickinson. She delivered the babies, but you have to see how this amazing woman delivered these babies. Hi, Elizabeth. So what she did was she was like, and it was like this, and you just sat there. You're holding your breath at the same time. And so, I don't talk about something unless it really affects me. And they would name the baby. And so there was Tiffany, Penelope, Allison, Beatrice, and Keith. Daddy wanted a boy. So that kind of thing. It was amazing, this woman. They were all then trained to sleep at the same time. So it's not just me. This is to my family and friends. I think I ran a boot camp with my kids. We went to the mother-baby unit, and they trained them all 3, eat, sleep at the same time. In between breastfeeds, I did readings. How cool is that? I spoke to adults. So with the quintuplets, they are Earth on a rooster. Earth on a rooster is these 5 are going to be the carers, the nurses, the doctors, the social workers. They will care about every Tom, Dick, and Harry. And to add to that, they will be natural warriors. So they will worry about this and worry about this and worry about this. No use me saying to you, don't worry about it. They've got to have something to worry about to get through the day. So it's kind of like, okay, you worry about that and work it out, and you'll be fine. No, you can't say, don't worry about it, because that's the last thing an earth element wants to hear at the same time. And so this is also Ava. Ava is a natural warrior, but they are yin. This yin is fertile soil. and everything grows from fertile soil. So how did they affect mum? Actually, it's brilliant in the whole thing. Yes, the wood is drained by this earth, but to mum, they are her friend, wood element the same, and then they are the money element. Okay, there's a little bit of metal here to prune this wood, but it's not enough. These babies, the rooster here harmonizes with this dragon, which is Kim's mum. So grandma, they've been together with grandma before, and they've been together with mum before. They've chosen you, Kim. Okay, so that's a beautiful thing that they've been here before together and they've come back together. And it's the same when they go through their cycles. So Kim's in the 20 to 30. I hope I've got that right, as in 8 years age. And in that is metal. So that's now discipline and position. So she's going to do something. And that metal means about looking good. So she'll either be the hairdressing thing, the skin thing, that type of, as a career. And there's earth underneath. The earth is actually a nobleman and it's a goat. So again, she will make money from whatever she decides to do that is about looking good. Because that's what metal is, perfection, that perfect face, that sort of thing. So these little babies, this is an ox, this is a rooster, and mum has the snake to complete all of that. Okay, so again, they've been together again before. So do you see the levels? The babies have, the ox and the goat are the noblemans. Mum's noblemans, their noblemans, which means their mum and their grandma on dad's side are their noblemen. Okay, it's paternal. So nobleman means spirit guides. Whatever they want, they just need to ask. They can sit in 1 minute silence, ask for what they want from their spirit guides, and then get on with it. Now, the thing that happens here is the life cycle. For girls, one way, and for boys, another. So for the girls at 2, their life changes. So at 2, it's metal on wood. Metal is their expression, and wood is the pressure on them. This is for 10 years. And so this wood, though, harmonizes with the ox here, which represents their mother. So they're in harmony with mum from 2 to 12. It doesn't mean they're not after that. And they're in harmony with grandparents from 2 to 12 at the same time. So that tiger in what they're sitting on is very strong and fierce. And it's a travel star. So they're very restless for that from 2 to 12, which is basically till high school. Then high school they may be a little bit more grounded. The boys, their change of life Keith's change of life happens at 7. So his change starts at 7. The yang earth, this is people like him, and the rooster harmonizes again with mum. So for 10 years, they're like mum's best friend. Okay. And his, though, is longer until he's 17. So from 7 to 17, that's what he is. Still mum's friend either way, because this is the ox, that's their mum in their chart, and this is Kim. So they harmonize. So this being with mum before, is also being with dad before. Okay, because this is the house of spouse, whoever she is with. And so that means these 5 beautiful surprise their parents and are here to do amazing things because they are all fertile soil. It's just whatever they decide to do, it's going to happen. It's just going to work. And so this is what happens when you have a child comes in. What are they going to do? What are the dynamics that's going to happen in this family? So, for instance, I've spoken about Brad Pitt and Angelina. The minute the twins came in their chart, it said mum and dad are like that. Okay. So it was the twins, and they just held out, held out, held out. It was going to happen no matter what. Okay. So with the girls here, when we have expression and power, that means they can, they'll be outspoken. Yep, all four of them. And so they all need a space to say or time to say what they need to say. And from 2. So I think they're already 3, if I've got that right. Yeah. 2016. Sorry, they're 2. Oh, they're 2 now. So this will be starting to happen. Everybody wants to get a word in, and Keith just sits back and will just shake his head. Okay, so I hope that helps. And elementally, it's kind of, there's wood in the chart, there's fire in the chart, there's earth in the chart, there's metal in the chart, there's, in the whole thing here, there is no water except until 7, but actually I don't have their hours, so there could be water there, so I shouldn't dismiss that. But when we have a certain amount of animals together, they produce water as well. Okay, and so please watch this, and thank you, Kim, for allowing me to use names. I was just going to just put it as quintuplets and how they affect a family, but yeah, it's beautiful. And there's so many things on it. I just didn't realize it, you know, because we live in a bubble and I don't have a TV. But thank you to everyone that brings me all these kind of charts of people and makes it so amazing. So I hope that helped for everybody. Anybody have anything to say or add? I know you're all healers out there. So no? Okay. Well, have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.